Good day everyone and welcome to our show. Today we're diving into two powerful ways of reasoning that shapes our thoughts and decisions. The deductive reasoning and inductive reasoning. So our guests for today are students of Upper First Day in UST Bavaria. So let's all welcome our guests. So guys, what are your thoughts about inductive reasoning and inductive reasoning?
So these are not just academic terms. They're tools used every day to solve problems, analyze conditions, and make sense of the world.
That's right. By understanding these two methods, you'll be able to think more critically and make better decisions.
And here's the exciting part. We will break it down with examples and practical applications you can use in your daily life.
Stay with us. By the end of the session, you will be reasoning like a pro. Let's get started.
First up, let's talk about inductive reasoning. Can you explain this to us?
Inductive reasoning involves observing specific examples or patterns and forming a general conclusions from them. It's like connecting the dots.
Thanks, Aras. Marian, can you give us an example?
Sure. Imagine this. Every time you water your plants, they grow better. From this pattern, you conclude that watering plants regularly can help them grow. That's inductive reasoning in action.
Great example. Crystal, what about its role in science?
Inductive reasoning is essential in science. For instance, if scientists observe that the sun rises in the east every day, they might conclude that the sun always rises in the east. It helps them form hypotheses and theories.
But it's important to know inductive reasoning isn't foolproof. There could be exceptions. For example, not all of us are neatly strictly waters. There may be some plants need to provide harsh conditions.
Exactly. Inductive reasoning is powerful for making predictions, exploring possibilities, even if it doesn't provide absolute certainty. So let's switch gears to deductive reasoning. Crystal, what's the part?
Deductive reasoning starts with a general rule or principle and applies it to specific situations. It's logical and precise.
Can you give us an example, Marian?
Sure. Let's say all fruits have seeds. An apple is a fruit. Therefore, an apple has seeds. That's inductive reasoning, starting with general rule and narrowing it down.
So what makes deductive reasoning reliable?
It guarantees a conclusion if the premises are correct. It's like solving math equations. Everything has to add up logically.
Provide any other examples?
Oh, here's one. Humans are moral and sufferers are human. Therefore, sufferers are moral. It's so simple. Logic and science.
Exactly. Deductive reasoning is often used in debates, problem solving, and tested theories. It's the foundation of critical thinking. Exactly. Deductive reasoning is often used in debates, problem solving, and tested theories. It's the foundation of critical thinking. So how do these two reasoning types compare? What's the main difference?
Inductive reasoning comes from specific observations to general conclusions. Well, brain comes from specific observation to general conclusion. While inductive reasoning works on ways from with a general principle and apply it to specific thesis.
Well said. Marian, any analogies to help visualize this?
Think of inductive reasoning as a climbing up a ladder. You start with small step and work your way to a big ideas. Inductive reasoning is like climbing up, applying a big idea to specific situations.
deductive and exploratory, while deductive reasoning is structured and precise. Together, they're essential for critical thinking.
Exactly. When combined, these methods may help us to analyze some reasons to solve our problems in unique ways.
Now, let's talk about real-life applications sa house. How do you use inductive reasoning in your daily life?
One example is when you notice trends, like figure out your words.
Now, let's talk about real-life applications sa house. How do you use inductive reasoning in your daily life?
One example is when you notice trends, like you're figuring out that your teacher always gives you some right from the patterns. You predict there will be at least it's a right.
So, Marian, what about inductive reasoning?
It's like solving puzzles or riddles. For instance, if you know all assignments are due date at midnight, today is the due date, you can do that. You need to submit it by midnight.
Good point. So, how do the scientists use these reasoning methods?
Inductive reasoning helps scientists observe patterns and form theories, while deductive reasoning helps them test those theories.
There are also even social equations. When you guess someone's mood based on their actions, they're inductive reasoning, and when you make decisions based on set rules, that's deductive reasoning.
That's right. These reasoning types apply to nearly every part of our lives. That's a wrap. Inductive reasoning helps us explore patterns and possibilities, while deductive reasoning ensures logical accuracy.
Both are vital tools for critical thinking and problem solving in school, work, and village